All right, everybody, it's Lenny from The Layout. A lot has happened in a short period of time. I ended up getting hurt, blew out my back, and didn't have much time to do much of anything over here. But I have been working on my layout little by little. I've got all the trackage put in place. The JMRI is up and running. I did a lot of work in there. I did manage to build my bridge, and it works, yay! So right now I've got all the lights off. Tell you what, let's go back into my closet here. I have my light switch in here to illuminate the train set. This will give much better quality video this way. All right, so I have been able to start operations with my son. It has been very interesting. I am having a very difficult time trying to consist my locomotives so that they're all equal. I have found out that the QSI, ESU, Tsunami, and Tsunami 2, each locomotive seems to have different volt starts. Some have only 2, high and low. Some have 3. I've tried using the 28 volt, not the 28, I'm sorry, the 28 step, and tried to tweak them. And I've turned off the momentum, I've turned off the kick boost, and I'm having still the damnedest of time trying to get some of these older locomotives to run even remotely close. I do have some locomotives paired, and they run great together. They don't pull against each other. I had to do minor tweaking on them. I've got my 2 CSX 1145 and 1100. These 2 are MP15 AC. These guys both are paired. They run great. I can do switching work. My Jeep 15T and the 1179 MP15 AC is over here. These 2 are paired, but those are also my 2 brand new special order trains, and they both matched. So I didn't actually really have to tweak much. I had to just tweak the start on the Jeep 15, and that was it. Now, I have started doing some operations. Everything that's on the tracks currently, JMRI knows exactly where all my stuff is. So I'm doing some small operations, working out the bugs on the tracks, and just getting an idea of how the track work is going. I had drawn in some of my temporary roads where I think they're going to go. I'm currently also working on designing my backdrops for the whole thing here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have like 8 or 9 that I have to pick up. And I know a lot of people had said that, oh, I got to push the backer board back up. I only designed it that way so if we were to move or take the set down, I can actually separate the backdrop and it's not glued directly to the wall. That would be like a $200 to $300 loss if I just left it like that, but I got to get rid of this brown. The brown is killing me. Oh, where was I? Another senior moment here. I'm not a senior yet. I'm only 52, and I feel like I'm old. I got 2 young kids. I did propose to put in another Amtrak station over here, which could be a nice little addition, a small little place. This is just a temporary idea. My son wanted to have something there, so I'll just have to make some kind of a small parking area here, come around, and maybe a little bit. This will actually extend out so we can have 2 or 3 cars at the station. But that is going to be a through line. It's not a siding, because at this switch over here, this switch goes from the main that goes all the way back to the Harford yard. This switch right here comes in, and that is our line that will continue on right around on the inside loop of the bridge, come around and bring us right into our Greenfield and Brattleboro, Vermont area. This will be my Con Edison facility, and I've got Rex Lumber currently setting right where my two other locomotives are. Yeah, I've got a bunch of track work up, and I haven't really been able to run much on this side yet for operations, but I came up with my own little plan. I've been working with this JMRI, and let me show you some of my routes and how I did it. It made it easier for me to name each route. I came up with different local numbers. I know people are going to be like, that's not prototypical. Well, it is on my layout. With my memory, I have to do stuff that works for me. But I've created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 locals and 2 manifests. Once these 5 locals have taken the cars that are currently in the yard and shipped them out to their destination, they eventually make it back to the yard on my arrival departure 2 track. And at that point, the M307, which is a manifest, the new CSX numbers, the M307 is the number I came up with so I don't get confused on different routes. It will go from Harford Yard. It will bring the trains right around the whole layout, and then hopefully down to the lower staging area where I can swap out my cars and drop the train off. And then at some point somebody will build, actually here, let's go back out of here. I'm gonna go into trains. So here I've already ran 2 locals. I ran the L202 by myself as a test, and then I went and did the L304 with my son last night. And he got really excited. He loved the idea that there was no guesswork. It told you what you had to do. So once you start terminating them, it starts putting these cars onto tracks. So right now we've got 9 cars sitting on the arrival departure track getting ready to have the manifest train go out. I am kind of kicking myself in the butt because I feel like my yard is a little small, but we're going to make do with what we got. I didn't want to get rid of the passenger tracks, so we'll see how this all pans out. But my plan is to run all of the locals, and just before I get to the last local one here, the M307, actually the M203 will go from the Harford Yard. It'll pick up all of these cars. I might have that backwards. Oh, it terminates in Harford, sorry. Yes, the M307 will pick up the cars on my arrival departure track. And then it will leave Harford and it will arrive and terminate up at the staging, at which point it goes back into the system and it will generate a new set of cars that'll be ready for pickup, which the M203 will bring from staging and bring it back in on the arrival departure 1 track at the Harford Yard. And then I can have my local switchers put the cars out for all of the manifests for the local runs. So once I start clearing these out, I'm going to leave them as terminated, as you see over here. I'll have these all go out, and then I can actually build new ones once I get ready to bring in the new cars. So this should look pretty cool. We'll see if all of my work here is going to pay off. I had a lot of sitting around to do, so didn't have a good back to do anything, but I'm very excited. I'm probably going to try to run the very short manifest right here. This one here is just a 1 car. It's going to be scheduled work at the yard. I'll be picking up my rail box number 36055. It's a single door 50-foot car, and it's yellow. from track 1 in the yard. I have no work at my CNS distributors, and I don't have any work at my turf supply. It's a scheduled car that's going to go up to my tractor supply company, and we'll set that car out, and then I will bring my train back. So this will be a very simple, very quick one. As a matter of fact, why don't we run a quick thing here? So let's, I'm just going to look one more time. It says, yeah, so I'm actually doing it a little differently here as well. I've set it up so I'm going to be a conductor on my train. I'm going to use my son's phone that I had built for this. And let's grab that phone now. I'm not too keen on it, but it works. So I have a couple of things turned off on his phone so that he doesn't accidentally turn off track power, and being 9 years old, he's a little quick on the fly. Gotta love the kid. Here, let's turn on track power. Normally I would be able to do it, but I'm using the phone right now to shoot the video. So track power is on. I set up the consist on his end. And please forgive me for all the quick moving. This is my first time using my new lapel mic with my camera. And we're going to go into here. Oops. Let's go back and... All right, so I've got my phone connected, my consist, and here it is, 1179-1504. I saved it on his phone. It's going to be a little loud. I have it set up now, so I can do this single-handed. All right, so now I'm going to set his phone up in the preference here. Let's bring the operations thing in. This will be a great test with my new lapel thing here and my noise canceling in the background. See if it'll dim this enough. All right. Rosters and getting closer. All right, let's see. Where is this? Web screen, auto rotate, initial web. All right, so everything should be here. Oh, that's if I want to do it in split mode, and I should set it up on split mode. So let's do initial web page. This will be operations, OPERATIONS, and / and back to here, trains, TRAINS, and another /. So we're setting up my son's phone at the same time. Okay. And let's do this. Auto rotate. We're going to cancel that. Where's the one I'm looking for? There's another one in here where it's going to allow me to set up split screen. Unless his phone is too old, which I'm imagining that might be the case. All right, well, that's okay. So let's back out of here. Come on. Here, I'm going to set the camera down. And I'm just going to go up here, and we're going to do it the other way, where I come in and I'm going to hit web. And how come that's not, oh, here it is, the web. So I've got it set up here. Here is the local 405. Let's look at the manifest first. Nope, this is not the one I want. I had a funny feeling. So I'm going to do the L440. Let's look at the manifest. This is a single car. So we're looking for boxcar 36065. And that is my car right there that we are going to pull out with the locomotive. So Let's start firing up the train here. So with this done, once I pick this car up and I get it where I need it, I can actually select this button and it will actually update the system automatically, which is awesome. Very, very awesome. And now I just have it set up where I can go right back to the train. Let's turn on our light, our bell, and we're gonna pull out. And that's enough of the bell. Normally I would leave it on, but for today's operation, I'm just gonna throw some switches here. We're gonna back her down. All right, everything looks good there. We'll bring it all the way down, 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 and out. All the turnouts are set. Coming back. Funny thing today, I actually went down and saw my buddy who happens to be an engineer for CSO, and I got a nice little video up on the web page, up on my YouTube page rather. Engineer Mike. All right, so I'm going to have to do some fancy work here. Boy, I cannot wait to have a background and have this looking a little bit more pristine. All right, let's go on in and grab our car. We're going to have to take the two box cars and separate these. Going forward. Going in, we'll take these two cars. They do sound good though. We'll see what the video actually sounds like, because this will be the first time I'm actually shooting video with my trains up and running on my cell phone. There we go. I do have a lot of work to do. I got to pick up a bunch of couplers, because my couplers are really bad. I have all sorts of mixes of them. And here we go. We're going to pull ourselves back out. All right. Gosh, the last 2 days we've had a lot of rain here up in Connecticut, and it's supposed to be raining today. And as a matter of fact, I just came back from having my car fixed. I had some warranty repair work, and the sun is out and shining. It was supposed to be really nasty out, crazy weather. But that's New England for you. Like they say, wait a minute, it'll change. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this car here on my arrival, not my arrival, I'm going to put this up on track 2. So I'll get that one ready to go. And here's our box car that we want. I'm going to separate it. I don't have my skewer on this side, so big hand in the sky, come down and separate the cars. So here we go. Let's get this box car out of the way. I'll bring her around. And that'll do it right about there. All right, let's bring her in. Locomotive's moving. I'm going to bring it in on track 2. I've got a lot of signage to put up too that I want to get in place so that my boy and I, even myself, I'm still kind of at a loss of looking for different things on the set here and not realizing that I'm throwing the wrong switches yet. So here we go. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna, whoop, wrong way. I'll leave it right on the widest setting. And right there is good engineer gimbal. I'm gonna just let that be, and let's back her on out. Engineer's done. So, needless to say, my boy is very excited. So am I. I've gotten a lot of work done on this. The wiring, JMRI getting programmed, adding in all my cars. Quite a bit going on. Had I not got hurt at work, I would have probably been in a little bit better shape. All right, let's couple up to our car. I'm on a weight loss program and currently just trying to lose an excessive amount of weight. About 6 months ago, I was pushing 316 for weight. A lot of people said, oh, keep going, about 20 feet or 2 feet, there we go, we're good there. So, what I was attempting to tell you is I've been on a serious weight loss thing here for the last 6 months. And I went from 316, I'm now currently down to 259. I broke the 260 and less, which is super exciting. I'd like to get myself back down to 200, 210. It's practical. That's where I was way back when. All right, so we're going out on the down through to the yard lead, and we're gonna take a shortcut. We're gonna go the opposite way. I'm gonna bring you guys right around. Let's keep the train going. I'm gonna close my gate because we are coming over this. There we go, nice connection. All right. So let's align our tracks so I can get out of the Hartford yard. Got set, and set. Okay. Yeah, these coal hoppers I just picked up, and I haven't taken pictures to put them into my inventory yet, but they're just sitting here. I got my new coupler device to check the coupler heights, and found out that these are actually the coupler 148s. Okay, coming up on the end, I can turn off the bell. And kick it up a notch here. Let's see if we can get a nice video. It sounds like I have the sand on, but I don't. Oh, I have the straight to 8 function on. So here we go. Now, like I was saying, we're coming down, we're going north, and the locomotive's coming up to the turnout, which is going to bring me all the way straight up to Greenfield and the Brattleboro area. So we're going to go through the passenger station. Let me grab this a little smoother. It'll be so nice having all of the roads in. I've already got my plans in the works. So here we go. Let me look at my web page here again. So we're going to be going to, I picked up my thing and we're setting out at Tractor Supply. So Tractor Supply, here we go. We're going to go over the bridge. I'm going to set it up because I do have to use the runaround. Which I have in place just for this type of setup. Now, interestingly enough, today, for the first time, I witnessed something that my buddy Mike was doing. He must have had a trailing end spur that he was working on. And they had split the cars over at the Home Depot here in South Windsor at the Home Depot warehouse. And they had the box car in between the two locomotives. So they must have been making another planned move. So Big Hand in the Sky is going to come down and we're going to separate our one car. And we're going to continue on up to the other side, come back through. They had the box car in the middle and they were working a different train. So they had about 10 cars that they brought in and the one box car nestled between the two locomotives. I've never seen them do that before. And when I talk to him, I'm going to kind of ask him if that is, I'm assuming that that's what it is, so that way he could actually back in, because he's got two locomotives on his train, one facing one direction and one facing the other. Very convenient, you know? So, all right, we've got our Tractor Supply Company, which is right up in the back here, is where we're going to drop off this box car. And that will do us fine right there, Engineer Kimball. All right, let's come back down. Reverse. Yeah, I've also got an issue with the programming on this train. They wired two wires wrong from the factory, so I do have to figure that out, but my dish lights don't flash properly either. And I know you can do that in the software, and I can get them to flash, but they put them on the wrong segment of the, oops, you know what I forgot while I was talking to you guys? We have a road coming up here. There we go. Gosh, today is bad. My memory is just not with it today. I'm very tired. I think after I'm done with this video, today is Wednesday and it is 1 o'clock. Around 2:30, I'm going to head up to the local pool so I can get some exercise in, keep my back and my shoulders strong. Let me tell you, my whole life, I blew my back out. I thought I blew my back out. And let me tell you, Boy, was I wrong. When I blew out my back at work on this one, there was no pain I've ever experienced like this before. So I'm just looking at it as, okay, a blown back. We'll see how this goes. All right, Engineer Kimball, slow her down. There we go. Throwing the switch. And let's go pick up our car. It's funny, we're going to be going back tail bobbing by ourselves. We're not going to have any cars on the layout. When you first start out with JMRI and everything is at the yard, that's just the way it is. What did I do with my skewer? I have one. I don't know where I put it. Well, I will have to find it later. We got quarter, 10, 5. Go ahead and connect. We're connected. All right. Let's pull this car out and we're gonna bring it on down. Had I been smart, I could have separated these two and put the box car in between. Then I could just roll up, split my unit, and have my unit just drop the car right in. Boy, I really like these two units right here. This Jeep 15, I had to wait almost a year and a half on special order to get it. Likewise on this one. This one came in a little bit earlier. This was about a year and a quarter, and this one was a year and a half. You almost forgot about spending the money for it. Whoop, a little hard on the throttle. Oh, just got it. There we go. All right, come on back. Let's bring this in and get this operation over. Fat finger syndrome. Here we go. A very crude scenario here. Our make-believe area of some nice wooded trees in the background. Gonna have my CNS distributor with two doors, and I'm gonna have a turf, an aggregate place, kind of like an Agway warehouse. And then down here we've got our road and our facility. So, gonna slow her down so my conductor here can throw this switch for us. And right there is about good. And big eye from the sky comes out, throws the switch. All right, Engineer Kimball, come on back. We got about, I guess, 7 car lengths. In this particular facility, I also have spots. Once I get the facility in place, I've got 3 spots so I can spot 3 separate cars in specific spots in JMRI. Right now, it's just the brown wall. All right, coming back. Make sure the cars know we're coming. Down to 3 cars. This is my first time having my locomotive on this track. You gotta test everything before you start getting everything else in place. If your track work isn't good, then your layout's not gonna run well. Coming up on spot 1, and big hand from the sky come out. We're gonna separate that. All right. We're going to head on out. And now we'll come back out. We're going to stop, let the engineer, the conductor is going to get out, stop traffic, activate the crossing gates. Here we go. Get the engineer, the conductor to come off. Whoop. I do have my momentum up on this a little bit. So he'll get out, walk down, throw the switch. He walks back, hops on board. And this will conclude our operation. And we're on our way. So now I'll bring this back to the yard. While the train is running, I'm going to go back into my web. We picked up the RBox 3665 and we did set it out here. We got the red and the blue. The blue is the set out and that's all set. So that is it. Powered by JMRI. And that will be that. Go back into here where it brings me back to my train and it updates right in the system. And here we go. We'll catch the train going over the trestle. Well, there will be a trestle. I designed this so I can shave away the foam and have two separate trestles for the trains. And as you can see, the lower deck will be part of the train coming down into staging and around. Blow your horn going over the bridge. That's not there yet. Give it time. It'll get there. So I do have one interesting thing here. I'm going to stop this train once I get on the other side at the station. Actually, you know what? I'm going to let it continue on. That way I can talk to you guys for a second. We are all cleared to go right back into the yard. So here we go. Just a quick spot check. I have yet to find somebody that has a bandsaw, and I want to make a piece of wood that's about 7 inches, 6-7 inches all the way around and high. And I want to be able to mount it to a shelf and then have a bandsaw cut it so I have a very minimal line, and the wood will become my outer edge so it doesn't get worn off and chafed like this. Give me about a 1/16 of an inch gap, which would be a far cry from what I got here. I don't like all these imperfections that I have in here. And we'll see. This side, as you can see, I got 2 pieces of wood. So cutting the track on the joint here, these line up perfect every time. On this side, it's a little different story because here, give you a better look. I don't have a plate underneath for the table to set on, so I won't get the proper height, but I get to tap it, it goes in place. So I've got some work to do here. I do, however, have alignment pins here so that when I close the gate, they lock in place. Pin 1 and pin 2. And if you look at the thing here, it looks pretty good. Now the track is lined up perfectly. So for the most part, I'm actually happy with the operation of it. I'm just aesthetically not pleased. I'd like to have the wood on this side so I have something solid to screw these tracks to and go from there. So, all right, let me grab my train device and we'll come around here. We'll catch the locomotive rolling in on the yard. Once we get past that yard switch, I go ahead and hit the yard limit bell. We're coming in. And this will conclude today's video. It's been a great operation, and I'm looking forward to having more operations with other people. We can have a multiple layout, multiple person operations on my thing here. Let's turn off the bell so we don't overpower the sound here. Right now, I'm just going to bring the locomotive in on track 1. I'll just shut her down, leave her there. I do have to adjust the volumes because I think that the volumes on both of these locomotives are still quite high. I've turned down a lot on the volumes on the other locomotives. So, and that'll be it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Look forward to more, and we'll go from there. Until next time, have a good one.